it's been 33 years that I know Ajay sir. He's treated me like a younger brother always. He's always stood by me. I know when the promo also came, people were like tweeting like 5 people coming for Arjun Kapoor. All this was happening. And I don't blame them. Arjun has worked hard on it. He's given his 10,000%, I would say. And I know what he was going through when we were shooting. We are all emotionally connected with Ramayan. And the day of the release also I was worried till evening. Okay,
Really?
is there any objection? Okay, what if we go wrong with Ramayan? What if people don't? Then it will be like a massive revolt and
Yeah.
backslash. And Salman sir always had in mind for last 5-6 years or 4-5 years, I would say, whenever I used to meet him, is like should do something with Chulbul and Singham. During Suryavanshi only we had a thought that we should do a film which is out and out lady cop. We were dealing with Ranveer was a reflection of Hanumanji's character.
Right.
And it would have gone wrong for us.
Hello everyone, welcome to Showsha. I am Titas Chowdhury in conversation with Mr. Rohit Shetty. Hi sir.
Hi, how are you?
All good. Big congratulations on the love that's coming your way, on the numbers also that are coming your way.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Have you had the time to celebrate any of it?
Not really. I rarely we celebrate,
Really?
Actually, that's the culture of my office and my team. Like, I think in 2 or 3 days, we'll start our next project that what we are doing, and we'll start our work on that one,
It's that easy to switch?
I think it should be like that. Otherwise, what happens is you keep on making films.
Sure.
Some will work, some will not work, some will be appreciated, some won't be appreciated. You can't get stuck with that, So it's better to switch. Even if it is a successful film, it's better to switch.
That's great. That's a great mantra to follow,
Yeah.
actually. I recently saw this beautiful and very heartwarming post that Arjun had posted on Instagram. There was this series of photographs of him and you, from the set of the film, and he said that I owe so much to him solely because he believed in me. He trusted in me, and going back, I remember you said that whatever I am today, a large part of it goes to Ajay Devgn, and because he also believed in me, at the time, right? Life has really come a whole circle for you with this. How long, sir, do you think, how far do you think faith and trust, these things go in the industry? That's largely otherwise dictated by numbers.
Actually, every individual has their own journey and own point of view, I would say. For me, culturally, we are like that. Our upbringing has been like this. It's been 33 years that I know Ajay sir. He's treated me like a younger brother always. He's always stood by me. And so for me, box office numbers are very important for sure, as you asked. But for me, trust and faith are also very important, because we are in an industry like overnight anything can happen. Few films that you don't have any expectations with will do wonders. Few films with you have expectations might not live up to your expectations, So, but everybody works hard.
Right.
There's no director or producer or an actor who wants to do mediocre work or who doesn't want his film to do well or not be appreciated. Everybody's working hard. Sometimes you fail, sometimes you pass. And so coming back to faith, and it's the most important thing for me, when we were casting Arjun, I know that he was going through a phase. I know when the promo also came, people were like tweeting like 5 people coming for Arjun Kapoor. All this was happening, and I don't blame them. From their point of view, that's audience, and they are never wrong.
Sure.
They must be having their own point of view about it. And these are the same people who changed it. So I'm happy and I'm thankful to them. It's not like, "Kisi, acha, pehle aap log kya bol rahe the, abhi kya bol rahe ho?" I'm happy. If they would have not loved Arjun Kapoor or the Danger Lanka's character,
Danger Lanka.
because he's the main evil force in the film with such a big star cast, we would have gone totally wrong.
Yeah.
And Arjun has worked hard on it. He's given his 10,000%, I would say. And I know what he was going through when we were shooting, because coming from a phase where people, your film are not doing well, or you're
Right.
being trolled. I can totally understand in today's time. It's not an easy task mentally for anyone, him, me, or any one of us, and then performing well. So and now I'm really happy for him that people are talking like it's Singham, it's such a big cast, and people are just talking about Arjun Kapoor,
Such a lovely thing.
and I'm happy about it.
Yes, absolutely. He calls this film his rebirth of sorts. Would you agree with him?
See, I can't say that. Yes, definitely it's done well for him, and it's done well for. At the same time, it's done well for us as well. So I'm happy that people have appreciated his work, and people are talking about his character the most, and that was the most important thing
Yeah.
for us.
But so hats off to your vision. I mean, we couldn't ever have imagined Arjun, that kind, so menacing, and what screen presence, so compelling on screen.
Yeah.
But so thank you to you for letting us, giving us that glimpse of Arjun Kapoor. But tell me, I'm very curious about this. How long did it take for you to pull this casting coup?
No, we wrote the film. It was like it's like 2.5 years of journey from start to the film release. So, and see what happens. Yes, they are stars, but they are in this universe, and so they have their cameos, and then we'll go on with their individual films.
Right.
So it wasn't that difficult for me to get everyone together. Out of which, tomorrow if I make a Simba, obviously Suryavanshi, and if Singham comes in, so it's meant to happen that way. So same goes with when we were making Suryavanshi, Simba, and Singham had come there. When we made Simba, Suryavanshi and Simba, Singham had come in Simba. So it's not difficult, I would say, if you have an individual story, arc of a character, like how it will go ahead and what he or she will be doing. So then it's not difficult at all.
Right. But getting the dates of so many actors.
That was a task. Getting the dates was a task.
We can imagine.
Sure. But we managed it. Everything did fall in place, and we completed the film in around 13 months, I think. September we started the film last year.
13 months.
16 September, I think. 16 September last year was the first day of our shoot.
Wow.
And here we are sitting. The film has already done some box office numbers. And
beautiful. I recently watched one of your interviews. You said that, somebody had asked you about this clip from one of the Golmaal films where, Shreyas's character, he stutters and stammers. And, you said that, I couldn't have imagined, creating that character in today's times because of the kind of reaction, the public response that instantly comes from social media. So you said that, yes, writing decisions do get affected,
Definitely.
when you... in that light. Now see, sir, while Singham, this film I'm talking about, it's of course a masala mass entertainer, but it's also like a modern day retelling of Ramayan. And we know how sacred this epic is. वो चीज़ कभी दिमाग में आया, वो apprehension कि लोग इस दुनिया के blend को कैसे लेंगे?
Definitely. We were worried throughout the making. Star cast, action, everything was there on one side. But the biggest stress, or I would say that we were conscious and alert, and we did had a force for this one, like we should not go wrong.
Yeah.
We should not hurt anybody's sentiment was the biggest task for us. I'll be very honest with you, this was like when we saw the film, we were like, no, I don't think we've gone wrong anyway.
Yeah.
Because we are all emotionally connected with Ramayan. And the day of the release also I was worried till evening. Okay,
Really?
Is there any objection? Is somebody not liking that part? I was not worried about the box office collection coming in. But what I was worried of, like, are everybody happy with the Ramayan part? And then I was like, because the day got over and people in fact after Arjun, people were loving the Ramayan part.
Yeah.
So I was happy about it.
Was there ever a moment though, however, where you felt like, let's take a different route, let's not go with this? Ever?
I instantly, when we were thinking about stories, what we'll do with Singham this time, and then Kshitish Patwardhan, he
Yeah.
came to me with the story idea. Okay, I have a story in mind. What if we do like this? And instantly it was like, "Hey, let's try, let's do this." Knowing that there will be a risk factor, but we were like that. It's a unique concept,
Yeah.
and that's why we jumped into it. While making, we got scared as well. Okay, what if we go wrong with Ramayan? What if people don't? Then it will be like a massive revolt and
Yeah.
backslash, which will come the way and will harm the film in a big way. But and we were conscious about it,
Yeah.
and because our intentions were right, everybody's intentions are right. It's like nobody wants to hurt anyone, and no filmmaker wants to do that, and it worked in our favor.
Absolutely. I think it was very interestingly interwoven
Yeah.
with the cop universe.
Yeah.
Yeah. The other thing that people are talking about is Chulbul Pandey and his cameo. I want to ask you, how did the conversation really begin to merge these two worlds?
It was, when we made Simba. Before Simba, there was no concept of, in India, I'm saying, of universe, like two actors or two characters coming in. It started from Simba, and then gradually everybody started making it. And same thing, I was like, what if two IPs come together? Intellectual properties I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
If two different IPs come together, what then?
Yeah.
Let's try that. And Salman sir always had in mind for last 5-6 years or 4-5 years, I would say, whenever I used to meet him, he was like should do something with Chulbul and Singham
Yeah.
coming together. And then obviously that will be a standalone film. That won't be part of the universe.
Right.
That would be from my universe, Singham is coming, and from that universe, Chulbul is coming,
Yeah.
and then you make a film. That's the plan. But as I said, that will take a little time because I personally feel, and my team also feels like that it's been years that we've been making back-to-back films on cops, especially the universe. So let's take a break and do something else, and then come back to the
Yeah.
universe.
So you reached out to Salman Khan, is it? Or
It was yes, definitely we reached out to him,
and it was an instant yes from his side?
because we've been talking in and off and
Okay.
on. We've been talking about it.
Right. A lot has been spoken about the cops in your universe. I want to talk about the women in your films. I was very happy personally to see earlier this year when we saw Shilpa Shetty in Indian Police Force, and of course there's Shakti Shetty, which is Deepika Padukone. Will we ever see a film with the two of them headlining it, like a female cop film?
No, see, what happens is it's two different universe altogether. And we have to still write that Shakti Shetty's film. We have a concept in mind, and we don't know where it will go, and it's still time now. So at present, I also don't. I'm not. I know what the character will be like, or I know the basic story arc of Shakti Shetty, but I don't know the whole journey yet as a director or as a writer of that film. And then what happens? That's a different IP altogether, Indian Police Force, and ours is a different because that belongs to Amazon.
Yeah.
This belongs to us. So it's technically it cannot happen.
No. Technically, it cannot happen. I'm just talking about a women-led cop film.
That will definitely happen.
Yeah.
That's why, because otherwise we would have not introduced Shakti Shetty at all.
Right.
Because that will be an individual film where you will have just the lady Singham. And that's why we had emphasized on that character and that particular name.
Yeah. But if I may ask, the first Singham film happened in 2011.
Yes.
Right? And what took you so long to come up with a female cop?
To get the right script, to get the right launch, I would say. Because till 2018, I was not sure whether there will be a universe out of it. And then when Simba worked for us, people started realizing, or people accepted us with, okay, you can bring the other characters and make into one universe. Then we met Suryavanshi, and during Suryavanshi only we had a thought, okay, we should do a film which is out and out lady cop. So it was then. And then what happened is, we lost 2 years in COVID.
Yeah.
So technically Suryavanshi was supposed to release in 2019 March. Yes. And we were very happy because the trailer was well received and we knew that it's going to go places and this, that. And suddenly the film was in Cannes for 2 years. And so everything got delayed because of that. Otherwise, the lineup would have been next year, Singham would have come and it would have gone on.
Yeah.
So on. So, but we wasted 2 years, so everything got postponed because of that.
Yeah. At the trailer launch of Singham Again, Kareena Kapoor said कि रोहित शेट्टी के फिल्म में करीना कपूर नहीं हो सकती, ऐसा तो हो ही नहीं सकता. Did she ever just tell you on a light-hearted note that रोहित मुझे भी थोड़ा सा एक्शन करने दे देते, मतलब a little more?
No, I think I still feel that she is the most important character in the film.
Yeah.
And then what happens. That's why if you see, there is no songs in the film. There are background tracks.
Yes, I was coming to that.
Because as we started the conversation, that we were dealing with Ramayan. So we had to keep in mind where Kareena's character is concerned, that somewhere she's been, she's a reflection of Sitama. And then having songs or actions or something like this could have gone wrong. Could have not gone wrong, but we also didn't know what would have come to us.
I get
It's
it.
dicey.
Yeah.
So we had to, no songs. Even if you see Ranveer's character, no too much of, there is no conversation between him and Deepika at all. So we had to take care back of our mind, because we are dealing with Ramayan, we have to see to it that there is nobody is offended even for a second.
I get it. Yeah. Very interesting actually, because I was just, while I get where you're coming from, because the idea was not to offend anyone. But then also as a filmmaker, as a producer, how do you beat the urge of bringing Ranveer and Deepika together? On the big screen, maybe having some kind of a banter, something.
We would have loved to do that.
Yeah.
But again, as I told you, because you were dealing with Ranveer was a reflection of Hanumanji's character.
Right.
And it would have gone wrong for us. So we were worried about that. Otherwise, everyone on set, like if we can have a banter between Akshay and Ranveer, why not that?
Yeah.
We could have done in a better way. But it was a conscious decision. A lot of things were because a conscious decision. No, we cannot do this. We should not do this. No, we cannot say this line.
Yeah.
Otherwise, definitely there would have been a scene between them, a banter between them,
Yeah.
But could have gone wrong.
Could have gone wrong. And you cannot compromise on that
No,
aspect
that's
at
the only
all.
thing I can't
Absolutely.
compromise on.
Yeah. A lot is being spoken about all the best. You have spoken enough about it. You said that the audience, of course, wants it. We do. But what does Rohit Shetty, the filmmaker, want? Does he want to make a sequel of All the Best?
See, I've always worked on films which people have loved. I have never tried to cash on it. If people would have not loved Singham coming in Simba, I would have not continued with the universe. Golmaal also we keep making every 3-4 years, 5 years, is because people love that.
Yeah.
And All the Best was for the last 2-3 years, I would say. I was talking to Ajay, as I told, like 1.5 year, 2 years down the line, the chatter had just begun on social media about
suddenly,
maybe because the film was made in 2009.
Yeah.
So maybe the kids who were born after that, or maybe the kids who saw then are teenagers now. So maybe एक होता है that gradually there are films which later on become cults.
Yeah, some films age well.
So I think All the Best has aged well. So tomorrow, obviously, they have started putting it in one mind. So I won't deny the fact that the thought even comes across, okay, now people want All the Best also. Now people are loving that film. Tomorrow, if I get a right script, because with all these films, what happens is you can't pad these films with a lot of action and songs, and it has the simplicity works.
Yeah.
All the Best worked because of its simplicity. It was just one house and two characters, Sanjay Mishra and God bless his soul, Atul Parchure, he passed away. And here we had Fardeen, Sanju sir, and Mugdha, Bipasha, and Ajay sir, and then Johnny Lever as the villain. So it was a very simple, light-hearted film. The essence should not go.
Sure.
So when the essence cannot go, then you cannot pad it. Then the scripting, the story, the characters have to be very strong, because then it's only character and dialogue driven. It has to be simple. So tomorrow, it will be the most difficult film for me, than Singham or Simba or Suryavanshi, because it's all performance oriented. There won't be a portion where I'll be able to give the audience a high with a heroic entry.
True. There are lots of restrictions, and you have to function within that.
Yeah. So then the writing and the characterization, the humor has to be very strong.
Right. Speaking about restrictions, before I let you go, we don't have time, but do you ever feel restricted by, let's say, the expectations or the pressures of continuing these sequels? Wherein what I want to say is, do you plan on making a standalone comedy film like you did with a Sunday or a Bol Bachchan?
I would love to, and I keep thinking like, like Simba was a standalone film. When we started making Simba, then in that film we thought, yeah, let's try to bring in Singham and create one more character, Suryavanshi. But I would love to. In today's time, the problem is like the stakes are so high,
Right.
and there is a lot of choice that the audience has. So it's not like there is a ritual of every Friday or every second Friday if a new film comes, they will go. Because they have a lot of options and they are right on their thinking and the way they function now. Like you see, there are very less films with people go in the theaters. You know, in the whole year you'll have films. It's not that the great films are not being made. It's not that good stories are not being told. But there are the segment of audience going in the theater is large, definitely large. If you see, it's been a week now, but 2 films together coming on the same day have cost a business of 300 crore.
Yeah.
Which is a huge thing. But then they have become selective as well. That which film they want to go in the theater and watch and which film they will wait for the film to come on OTT.
OTT.
And that is the reason you see that there are very less, or like 2 films have released this Diwali and the next film comes in December now.
Yeah, actually.
So, so that way if you see cinegoers in cinemas have become very selective. So we also, and even we are worried about that. I won't deny the fact that earlier it was not like that. Like all the best, there was no second thought, log theater mein aayenge ki nahi. Because that was the only medium then.
Yeah.
There was no OTT. And and there was like, you release a film in theater and you know that 3 months down the line, or maybe 6 months down the line, the film will come on a digital, on satellite.
Yeah.
But the whole scenario has changed now. People have become selective, and that's what I feel. And many of us producers and directors feel that they have become selective. Ki, "Acha, nahi, ye film to OTT pe dekh lenge." So that's why making an individual film, I would love to do an individual all the best kind of a film, and I will do. But you need the right script for that.
Absolutely. Very lastly, I'm very curious about something. What's happening with that film you and Farah ma'am were supposed to make?
We're still in the pipeline. We are just
Okay.
working on some other script, and
Okay.
that will also happen definitely.
Great. Looking forward to that and what you do next. Hopefully, Golmaal, all the best, Singham. We just want more and more of Rohit Shetty films entertaining us. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
please do celebrate this time.
I will.
Thank you.
Thank you.